It's Timmy.
It's
It's
Timmy.
Tim. He's a little knife maker with a lot to learn.
I love Timmy. I love Timmy time.
Why are we live early?
You still got
Knife maker.
With a lot to learn. It's Timmy. He's a handful of trouble at every
Timmy,
turn.
what's going on?
Timmy leaves the
Gamaco Artisan Supplies.
and goes out into the trying to be cool, he's number one. He joins all his friends
Knife Making Down Under podcast.
and he's always having such a lot of fun. Timmy, it's Timmy.
Oh, how are we all tonight? That was good.
Okay.
Just happened with
We-
this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've screwed around with you. Timmy's not coming on yet, at least. We were just having a little conversation prior to the start of the podcast in one of our little Facebook groups. We were bagging out Timmy, and Mert put the Timmy time video on, and I was just saying to Mert, for the last 2 days, I've had that fucking song in my head non-stop while I've been in my workshop.
You gotta
And
tell
when
the
you-
story. You gotta tell the whole story. The whole story was
Well,
since Tim is an admin of the page, and most likely him let a Pakimaskus guy slip by, and we were giving crap to Timmy. And
true.
we were saying, Timmy, you suck. Timmy, you're so bad. And then he was saying, I'm so useful in the company and all that. And then I posted the video saying, yes, you're useful, like this.
Yes. And we all had a laugh until half an hour later I was walking around with a paint roller. It's Timmy. It's Timmy. He's a little knife maker with a lot to learn. And I thought that was bad as I'm sitting there going, fuck you, Mert. And then today as well, in the quiet of my workshop, it just popped in and I'm like, no.
We have an outro. What the fuck happened to that? Timmy never edited it.
Timmy.
He's
Get your
such a
shit
slack
together, mate.
ass. Yeah.
Oh,
I think after he did the first one, and we've probably abused it. He's probably
Yep.
feeling abused. We like
think
it so much. Anyway, never mind. We've got a few people. How are we all tonight? What's happening in the world out there? Oh, Kev's gone. Great. Here we go.
Yeah.
The internet issues start.
Well,
We're not even freaking a minute in.
And this time it's
Okay.
not me. It's not me.
No.
Yeah.
it's still going, isn't it?
Nah.
We've just been discussing off air also our internet connections and stuff. I'm just broadcasting from my workshop tonight because I had my reverse cycle air conditioner installed today, and I just want to sit here and bask in the 23 degrees that's pumping out. And I tell you what, I'm going to have to turn the freaking thing down. Yeah, I'm going to have to turn it down because it's getting a little bit too warm in here.
Telling you, if you don't have, as a knife maker, if you don't have solar panels on the roof and an air conditioner in the workshop, you're not living the dream.
I'll tell
Just got to
you.
do it.
Well,
I'll tell you,
I'm in
it's
the
good.
I'm in the garage. You might see my wife coming in to take laundry and all that. So, but I got a good connection.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, that's definitely an improvement. Because
Yeah.
last
So
week
Mike-
was shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
my
cars here.
connection. Yeah, nice.
There's,
Old Jeff Fader style. Oh, there's his drinks on the car too. Drink and driving, Matt. That's no good.
No. Oh, guys, it's been a long time, man. It's been 3 weeks since we done this.
I know.
I know.
I can't even remember what I've done in 3 weeks. I don't have any clue.
It doesn't seem like that long ago, but it also seems like half a lifetime ago for me, anyway.
So, Kev, you tell us your story. Yeah, you've been out traveling all over the countryside, eh?
Well, yeah, mate. Yeah, that's the case. Well, a big part of that, I have to say, a big part of that is came to the realisation that I had dismissed the signs of the black dog visiting for a fair while now, and I was just ignoring things until it came to boiling point, pretty much. And I had a couple of pretty much point blank conversations with people that matter in my life. And they pointed out that I'd turned into a bit of a cranky bastard again. And in hindsight, I have been probably a cranky bastard for a long time. It's a way that I go about dealing with shit when I don't want to deal with it. So I disappeared for a little while. The trip was already planned, but I tell you what, it fucking coincided with fucking the best time. I went up to Lightning Ridge and the surrounding opal fields up that way, and just had a really good chance to fucking clear my head. And I got away from this horrible thing that we've been discussing called the internet. I had no internet up there for like 13, 14 hours a day while I was out digging in dirt. And I realized how little I...
Oh, you
How
gotta
little
be
you-
kidding me. Oh,
How little
Here we
internet.
go. Yeah,
How
here we
little
go. Speaking
you
of
have.
internet, yeah, it's probably mine. But I just got away from it, you know. I had no access to the phone. I had no access to anything. And when I got back to the place where I had that access and I looked at stuff, I just didn't fucking want to, you know. So the cool thing is Lightning Ridge is a lovely town. We had 25-degree days, beautiful blue skies, the bluest skies I've ever seen, actually. There's nothing comparable to it. The town up there, the people are just so friendly. I met some of the guys off the Outback Opal Hunters, which is one of the reasons why I went up there in the first place. I love the idea of fossicking and gold mining and all that shit. Treasure hunting is a little thing in the back of the mine. So we met some of those guys, and it was funny to meet them because they just loved having a chat to us, which was good. Went out and spent a good fucking 8 hours a day digging in dirt for nothing really, but just to have fun. And it was good fun. The countryside was amazing. Saw friggin' emus out in the wild. I've never seen so many birds of prey like eagles and hawks and stuff. Then apparently got to go a little bit further. When you get near one of the areas, you've got to go a little bit further southwest, to get to all the Gidgee. So there was no real Gidgee or anything up there. But man, like I said, what a fucking cool town to go to for a bit of a break. You know, it's not backwards by any means, but it's New South Wales country town. Not in the desert like a lot of people assumed Lightning Ridge was in the desert. It's just scrubland and bushland, which is pretty awesome. But we went at the Grawin opal fields, and there's a big shift, I think, between the thinking of the Lightning Ridge people and the Grawin opal fields people. But this is said in the nicest of ways. You know, the Mad Max movie where they blow up the bloody refinery and Cookie and all the guys get in the bus and drive off? I think they settled in the Grawin opal fields. Like, driving through there was just fucking crazy. You've got like mine shafts literally 2 feet from the roadway with barbed wire around them. People living in everything from like pretty much shitty lean-tos to reasonable colorbond and brick houses. But man, what a fucking place to be. Amazing. Just the shit to see was unreal. So yeah, I got away.
So just for our American listeners, because Australia's a pretty big place, right?
Yes.
How far is it from there to, say, the nearest couple of 100,000 people city?
I think Dubbo is the closest, which is about 5 hours away, and Dubbo probably a couple of 100,000 maybe.
I'm looking it up.
It was 1,950 kilometres.
No, Dubbo's only got 35,000, Kev.
Oh shit! Okay. Well, Sydney or
Yeah.
Canberra, 9.5 hours from where I live.
Yeah,
Up-
it'd be 8 from Sydney
yeah.
or something. Yeah.
950 kilometres northwest through some amazing countryside. Man, like I loved it. I just thought it was fantastic. I want to go back already. But, you know, like I said, for me, it was a pre-planned trip already, but it happened to coincide with point in time that I needed it to get away. And I don't know if anyone's noticed, but I've been on Facebook a lot less. I haven't really made much to put on my Instagram. I'm refreshed. I'm revived. I'm enthused again.
And even Matt Snape's on being nice to you, Kev, after you ripped him a new arsehole last time.
Well, yeah. See, when I had Jamie here, yeah, but that's the thing. When I had Jamie here, I did that to a couple of people, and I apologise. I humbly apologise. I had no idea where I was in my headspace.
No, it happens to the best of us. Mate.
Oh, yeah, and, I feel bad. I let the ball slip on a lot of things, really, and I'm trying to make amends where I can. But, especially to the guys out there, if shit's hitting the fan or things are getting you down, reach out. Don't ignore it. Reach out. I've had a history with, my chronic back condition and stuff where I just get used to just putting a smiley face on, trying to put a smiley face on and hiding it. But, old habits are hard to break. That's what happens. But, I've got a good network of people that I've reached out to, and I've had some, really humbling conversations with people, which is awesome. I hope I haven't burnt bridges really, but probably the last 6 months are all a little bit of a haze, a bad black dark haze.
Well, I've
been talking to people,
just for the record,
people,
Kev,
professionals.
Just for the record, Kev, I think it's just because you're an arsehole, but that's okay. No, that's all right. Don't judge me. Hey,
no, that's fine.
Andrew Smith says Australia is almost the size as the lower 48 states in the USA. And to put that in perspective, we have the population of Florida. So there isn't an awful fucking lot there. But anyway, Matt Snake, all good, Kev. We love you, mate. There you go. We've all kissed the mate up. Love it.
Thanks, guys. I do appreciate everyone on here. I do. I really do. I'm back into the swing of things. I've been continuing with the workshop thing, which is now it's escalated. It really has. I said things like, "Nah, I'm not going to paint the walls," and in the last 2 days, I've painted every wall in my workshop. I'm like, "Nah, I'm not going to do that," and I've done stuff. It just I got to stop so I can get back to knife making.
I did it in mine, and I've never really regretted it either because it just makes it so much more light, and it's a good workspace. And if you want to do good work, you need a good space. Well, if you want to do good work and you're not Peter Del Rasso, you need a good space.
Yeah, exactly. Look, I was doing some forging this morning because it's a nice cool day here, and man, the new forge room's awesome. I was just in there really enjoying it. And then I came out today, like I said, I had the guys here, or one of the guys here doing the install of my aircon, so I didn't want to be grinding knives over the top of him doing stuff. So I set up a dust extraction for the wood side of the grinding. Oh, Jamie, the AC is awesome, man. And the guys were so stoked with the power being right where it was. Everything just worked out, man. Thank you so much. We put in a mammoth couple of days, you and I, to get that sort of shit sorted. They just went straight across to the circuit board. They knew where everything was. It's just unreal. And it's too bloody warm in here. I've got to go and turn it down.
Jamie has done so much for the Australian knife making community, and I know all three of us would have different situations in our shed if it wasn't for Jamie. And I know there's a lot of people that owe the same debt of gratitude. So Jamie was just a bit of a shout out to say thanks very much for everything you do, mate. And I hope we made a barrel knife together, and I've never finished a barrel knife with anyone that's ever come down to make one together. So
I don't even know where mine is now. I had a look for it the other day and I've lost it.
Guys, without Jamie, I wouldn't have my table for the Blade Show 2019 or 18, whichever the fuck that was. But yeah, without Jamie, because my electric system shit itself just before the week of the show. And I was like, Jamie. He came in and he fixed the shit. And
Adam Solari wants to see your lights, Kev.
Is that the code word for tits?
I don't know. Let me see if I can. What have I got plugged in where? Now that's the thing. Let me move my phone over there. I'll grab Mr. Microphone and everything else. Let's go for a walk. Oop, hang on, about to knock the fucking paint tin over. All right, my new door to the forge area. I won't reveal everything just yet. Oops, might have just done that. So this is the forge area in here, and then these are the new lights.
Hey, Kev, all we can see is your head spinning around. Sorry, you need to give us a look.
So they're the lights.
They are pretty good.
Seriously, there's two in here, and it's there's three settings you can put them on for the brightness, for the color, and I've got them on the brightest, and I'm probably going to have to actually adjust that down because when I was forging today, I just felt like a complete numpty because I'm used to forging in darker space, light-wise. It might, oh man, look at this. I've got a fucking barn door. So I need to do a big shout out for most of the stuff that I've had help with here, non-electrical, to Brad Heathcote, Beer Rad as we call him. Beer Rad's a dead set legend. Come round, showed me a whole heap of stuff to do in the workshop, built my confidence up. Now building shit and dangerous. Yeah. Very good. So that was the lights. They're fucking amazing. I love them. They are awesome.
Have you lost weight, Kev?
I have.
That's from Stanley.
Yeah, I have actually. I've started looking after myself, mate. I was on a bit of a fucking binge of everything, and now I'm fitting my pants better. I actually need a belt rather than sucking my gut in to do the button up, which is kind of a funny feeling, really.
I know you didn't ask me, Stanley, but yes, I have lost 10 kilos since I quit drinking.
I gained weight. Thanks for asking.
Hang on, I've got to go back for a second. Let me go back here for a second because I do have to point out something else that's particularly fucking awesome in my fucking workshop. There we go.
Look at that forge.
That's the moose head forge, double burner. Oh, fucking got to get this laptop working the right way.
Corey, that's his brand. Did you realize that that's his company, Kev's Forge?
And on the top of it, it's burnt off a little bit now, but you can't really see it. But Les actually put my logo on there, and it's kind of now a temper coloured thing on there. But this thing's a beast with the dual burners. It's overkill. I've got everything dual inline gas cylinders going. I just didn't want to fuck around with it. So that's pretty fucking cool.
They're not the small burners, are they? You got the two large burners?
Two large ones.
Yeah. Sorry, Jay. They are large ones.
Sorry, man.
They look like the large ones.
Yeah, they're the large ones.
Stanley's got a bone to pick with me anytime you like, mate. If it's personal, take it up with me on Facebook or give me a call tomorrow or whatever.
Or best, leave a Facebook review. Leave a Facebook review on your page.
How'd you settle up? Did that guy leave a review for you, Mert?
No. I wish he did.
I missed the epic rant last week, did I?
Oh, yeah, you did, man. Yeah, you did.
That's the only thing I wish I was online for.
But you know what? So I posted something not long ago. This shit was a blessing in disguise, because without it, I would have been complacent and just kept continuing with fucking PayPal. And I realized I was paying close to $100, $150 to fucking PayPal every week. And without this, I would never have pulled my finger. I would have never made an attempt to change it. And when this shit happened, then I was like, yes, I have to change something right now. And then I did. Saying that, I got some people saying that Stripe canceled the membership of some of the guys. Look, I make kitchen knives. If you're making hunting knives or pocket knives, there's a chance what you're making might be considered as weapons. It's stupid, don't ask, but they might cancel it. But since I only make kitchen knives, I think I may be good because there are a few other makers, they've been using Stripe as just the kitchen knives, and they're in Australia and they're good. But if you're making anything other than cooking knives, they might classify that as a weapon. So with me changing the platforms, first week was hectic. I didn't know what to do. I was like,
improvement, mate. Can you hear him, Kev?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking that I'm not going to be able to get payments. I'm losing money and all that. But you know what? At the end, I used TransferWise, I used Stripe, I used Square, and it was fine. So all the fellow makers out there who think PayPal is the way to go, stop, because you got zero protection. If you go to a knife show, somebody buys a knife of you and they say, hey, I want to buy PayPal. I'm like, yeah. And you're non-suspecting it. And you're just saying, yeah, that's fine. You let the guy pay by PayPal. And next thing you might see is somebody might file a complaint that they never received the goods because there's no way you can prove there was a tracking. Okay. So you're doing good intentions with good intentions. You're letting the customer pay with the PayPal. But there's a chance they might file a dispute because there's no way you can prove there's a tracking. So there's so many loopholes, and a lot of the scammers found it out. All I want to say is just fucking steer away from PayPal. Like, imagine PayPal being the drink cup you found on the street right next to a fucking meth head. Okay, it's yellow. It might be a beer. It might be a beer. There's a chance it might be a beer. You want to go for it, but most likely it's fucking piss. Okay, stay the fuck away. Okay.
Yeah, fair enough too. Hey, Bear Knives wants to know about wiring colours on Paragon kilns. Bear, mate, on the KM24s, you'll find there's a green, a white, and a black wire. You obviously need to get your electrician to do it, but you just need to tell him that. You just need to tell your electrician that in America, black is the active, where it would be neutral in Australia. Fairly sure that's right. Whatever it is in Australia, it's the other one in America, and white is then the other one. And green is still the earth. So, yeah. But the KM24, it's a double barrel. Yeah, right. That's a big amperage kiln. Sorry, I was going to say it doesn't. Anyway, never mind. That's enough. And Riley says, Kev uses Stripe also. There we go.
I do, yes. Particularly on the website. And it's a good service.
By the way, thanks for Riley to set up my web shop with all of that stuff. You're a legend, man. Thanks.
Yeah, there's another guy that puts his time in. So, yeah, Riley's done a few years as secretary. So, yeah. And Jamie says that's correct with my wiring. So, yeah, there you go. Jamie is actually an electrician. So, and you can call on him. And he'll come.
Believe Jamie.
Guys, I was about to do a bitching session about the shit week that I had and how my body was breaking and all the tax bill I had. But, something I saw, something popped out on my Facebook, and I just want to talk about that. I don't want to sound negative. I don't want to sound be bitching and all that, but
you're going to.
No, I'm not going to. I just want to talk about the Facebook notification I got about the possibility of the fucking Sydney Knife Show 2021. How about that?
I've already registered. I've already paid. I'm fucking on it.
I'm broke as fuck, but Sydney Knife
Show
2021 August. Oh yeah, it's on. Kevin is gone.
Yeah, it is on.
Oh,
and
Kevin is back.
There is
Love you long time.
He'll be back in a second. Love you. So the Sydney Knife Show this year is going to, normally we run in conjunction with the fucking what is it? Gluten-free fair. And there's probably not a lot of synergy there.
No.
But it looks like this year, and Kev may be able to confirm, I haven't caught up on the latest news, but this year there's going to be another event on there that we're running. Kev, we're going to run another event with the Sydney Knife Show this year. It's all sort of up in the air a little bit still, but it's going to be exciting, and it's going to pull in more people than we've ever had. So we're pretty excited about it.
Previous years, I will just go park the car and go up the stairs and go up the ramp. You'll see two distinct lines. One line looks like the guys look like a pirates, and the other line looks like a bunch of Karens. So yeah, that's the nice show. That's the nice show. This line.
Jay Cross says no knife artist option though. What does that mean?
Half
You don't know
table?
what that means? Oh, half tables here. COVID.
I was going
We're
to say
not allowed
hard
to.
tables. COVID, man. We are stuck between a rock and a hard place with COVID rules, and we just have to get this shit going. We just have to
We just
abide
have to
by
do
it. We
it.
just got to comply. Hate complying with overzealous regulations, but we need a show, and we've just got to do it. So yeah, we've got to be table spread. Mert and I can't hug. We've got a virtual hug from across the room.
There's going to be
Like that's
plexiglass.
going to happen.
There's
We're going to
gonna
get
be
into the bar.
plexiglass between us. We're going to put our tongues between the plexiglass.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
a little plexi glory hole.
What?
No, so the Sydney Knife Show. It's, you idiots. Oh, fuck me.
I'm back. Oh, it looks like Corin's frozen, but he hasn't.
No, it's just got my head in my hands.
A big metal predator.
I don't know, mate. I've read that 4 times. I still don't get it. So let's just keep moving.
I did meet a guy there. The funny thing, right? When we met,
Lightning Ridge. Hey, Kev, when you're in Lightning Ridge, I missed all that. Did you meet a bloke, Petter? It's a big metal predator.
I don't know about Petter, but I met a guy up there that has a blacksmithing area, and he's like, I've made my own anvil and stuff. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Anyway, he invited me up to his place to check it all out. Holy shit. He's made this anvil out of large
Straight
gauge.
from Mad Max.
Oh, yeah. The industrial forklift time's about 5 inches thick. This thing had a bed on it, I don't know, 18 inches long. The horn was like an old cart axle, but just oversized. It was all welded onto heavy gauge rail track, onto another plate of steel, onto a massive log. This anvil for a homemadey was just fucking, I was just fucking mind blown. Yeah, and it was just unreal. He also does saddle work and leather boot repairs too. Got some old school gear. Had a sewing machine from like 1915 or something, and it was still running. Fucking unreal. Like a sole, one to stitch boot soles together or whatever.
Yeah, like a heavy duty one.
Yeah.
And his name's Peter. He says he's just corrected it. But anyway, Jeff Fader says, "Looking good, guys." Do you want to jump in, Jeff? I'll send you a link. I'm not scared. I'm not scared.
You know what,
Bring it on.
I heard
man.
something. I heard something that Knife Making Down Under USA podcast. Now they're doing a live stream.
All they need to do
okay.
is have. All they need to do is have shit content. They just need shit content and shit internet, and they'll be there with us. Peter Davies says, no, Jeff Feeders, look, someone who's a Facebook user, I'll put it up anyway, says, I'd be pissed if I got into the gluten place by mistake. Let me assure you, when the little old lady came in to the knife show, who I think was going to the gluten festival and started going around telling everyone after paying for entry that we should all be arrested because we're all murderers.
Serious?
Yeah, that was
Wow.
either last year or the year before. Yeah.
Did you go to gluten free festival thing? Because
I'm just going to go.
Because you're
No, I never did. But Jimmy used to go in there and pull all this, go around and find all the fucking show bags and get me all the show bags. So at the end of the show, I'd have 20 of each show bag. because
Oh, nice. Yeah,
Jimmy.
he's a good bloke like
Yeah,
that.
it's a good bloke.
So that's
And shared out.
I
I'm
had
just
one of my
going to go and
one of
censor
my
Lee.
first
Just
ever.
keep going.
Yeah, one of my first.
He's gone. Fuck him.
You're about yourself, man. Keep it going.
Yeah, I was going to say one of the first ever students I had here for my workshop from home was a lady that came up from the gluten-free thing for a look, and she ended up doing a course here. It's fucking unreal.
Fucking great.
She didn't think we were all murderers.
Happy days.
No, so well, it wasn't the same one. This one was yeah, she was quite outspoken. The guys from Cutting Edge Knives and that were Cutting Edge. One of the big tables when you walk in on the left.
Well, Corey,
Yeah.
another thing that we forgot to mention, Sydney Good Food Show is gonna be on. We're gonna be slicing potatoes and let the
when's
shit-faced
that
people.
on? I haven't.
End
that
of
on?
June,
End of
isn't it?
June. We're gonna watch people eat the raw potatoes
Oh.
as if they were. Look, man, that's potato. I know.
Oh,
Dimitri and Mert were doing some cutting demonstrations at the Good Food Show in Sydney, literally cutting raw potato, and it was like Costco at lunchtime. People are coming up, grabbing raw potato,
Like the
thinking it was
fucking
something
seagulls.
good.
Mine.
They go, oh, a bit starchy, mate.
Yeah. Bit
Ryan-
crispy. There's the undertones of a cutting board. Yeah, I'm like, yeah.
Oh,
fucking raw potato.
And they're all pissed off their heads. By after lunch, they're all like, it's fucking loose. It's loose. So, Ryan Casey says, great show is on. Bit too expensive when you're out of the state and a hobbyist. Ryan, you got to stop looking at it like that. The show is just spend the money and have the best time of your life. Yeah. It's a knife maker's holiday, and you might cover a couple of your costs, and you will have a fucking great time.
That's it.
Don't worry.
It is a shame. It is a shame we can't have the half tables. That used to be a big draw card, but I've always gone to a knife show with the view of if I recover costs, that's all good. But I'm just going to the knife show because I get to meet everyone, catch up with everyone, talk knives for 2 days, and then drink a heap of piss.
Almost 2 years. We're gonna do a live stream. We're gonna do a live stream
from the room.
No.
Oh.
Whatever happens in the room stays in the room.
Oh.
We're gonna make our Bledger impressions. We're gonna talk with our American accent.
Yeah, make knives.
I make knives.
Lee Cantwell says, a lady tried telling me a knife crime in Australia is because people watch Forged in Fire and go and make weapons, and I was part of the problem. I had a lady come up to me, I wear knife shirts everywhere, and she said the same thing, and I said, no, darling, I am the problem.
Not part of it. Actually, no, you're correct. You are the fucking problem. Biggest supplier of knife making gear in Australia. You're a fucking what do they say? You're
Estebar, I think the name was.
An enabler. That's why I get called up. People I've had taught to make knives here that only want to do it as a one-off have contacted me like a few weeks later going, you're an enabler. What do I need to buy to keep making knives? So, Lee, what I need to ask you, though, mate, if she came up and said that to you, had she seen your Facebook profile picture first? If you go back to Lee's post.
Can you do it? Have you got the skills? Just
I've been reduced down to a.
Here we go, Lee Cantwell. Here we go. Lady try.
Look at Lee's picture. Yeah. Fuck, I'd be thinking you're part of the problem too, mate. Whatever problem came to mind at the time with that fucking... Look at those eyes. They're just telling us.
A few years ago, when I was picking my daughter up, and her kindy teacher realized that I was a knife maker, and you're like, you're a weapons dealer? I'm like, what the fuck, huh?
Pretty much.
Weapons dealer.
Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, what do you want?
In-
I got a bazooka.
In her mind, I'm the Nicolas Cage in the Lord of War or some shit. Like I'm selling AKs and things.
I said it when I was trying to get insurance years ago, and everyone said go through the Australian Woodworkers Guild. Remember that? That was a long time ago, right? So I rang them up and I said, "Yeah, I make knives." And they said, "Send us some pictures." I sent them some pictures. Oh, your knives are weapons. And I said,
wood carving knives.
no, they're not. I said they're actually knives you'd have for hunting and stuff. I said, "Do you have hives? Do you think knives are weapons?" And she said, "Yes." And I said, "Do you have knives in your kitchen?" Yes. How many people did you stab, you murderous bitch? But anyway, I didn't say the last bit, but I felt it. Okay. I'll have to sell a lot of. I'm just going to try and catch up on comments. Keep going, guys. Where are we at? What else is happening? Come to the fucking Sydney Knife Show. Narelle's spruiking the Perth Knife Show. The Perth Food and Wine Festival. Perth, man. Someone asked up there, I've missed the comments now, right? But someone did ask about what's the show situation looking like for next year. And the answer is we're going to try and run every show that we can from this point on. We can't afford to be mothballed forever. You can't keep the Knife Art Association down. So and we've got an employee and we're not getting JobKeeper anymore. So we're going to go for it. Game on.
Well, the other thing is, I was talking to Dean Cassai the other day. He dropped in on his way through home. He was up in Sydney for the 4-wheel drive and camping expo. They had like 60,000 people at the same venue we're going to be at for the Sydney Knife Show. They had 60,000 people through there with no problems at all. So us looking to get 3,000 through the doors shouldn't be an issue. Really shouldn't be an issue. We've got the rules to follow, which we will keep everyone as safe as we can in that environment. But they had 60,000 people through there and not a problem. So we've got to get these things back on board. If we were in America, old Geoff on board with us here, we'd be juggling knives over in Atlanta in a month's time at Blade Show.
I'd do it.
That's where all of us.
Geoff,
that's where we all want to be.
They dropped you. They've seen the video they've seen the video with your fingers. I think that's why they dropped you. The Epicurus video, that's what I'm talking about. Yep. They saw that video and they dropped you because of that. They're like, this guy looks like a fucking scary killer. Like, nah, man. How's it looking for Adelaide show location?
How's it looking for Adelaide show location? I actually haven't seen anything, Ash. I do know that someone was scouting out for a location the other week. But Adelaide's November. We won't make a decision till just 3 months out because, I mean, even that's a long time out. We'll be being very cautious with our promotion and advertising. It's just the nature of the beast. But yeah, we're going to do it. We've got to get going again. And we just need everybody to jump in and support. And the shows might be a little bit spectator shy for a few rounds until people get out of their houses again. Or it might go the other way. Go the other way. Yeah.
It could be sheer insanity with people wanting to get out and just do something, which is where I think it's going to happen. True too.
Okay, and Andrew says that next Adelaide venue is being looked at on Tuesday. Well, hopefully we'll have that back and running pretty soon. We have to get up and running again, guys. We have to get some support, and you know, next year will be the year that we all sort of have to really get behind and share posts and just make these shows. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, I think we've all realised we can sell knives and we can run courses and everything without shows, but I think we've all got a really good concept of why we go to shows now. Well, we already knew, but you know.
Oh yeah, that's it. The mateship, the camaraderie, the stories, the drinks, the whole kit and caboodle is
maybe
exactly what we're there for.
Maybe cover some expenses and hopefully have your voice at the end of it, but maybe not.
Or end up with moths flying out of the pockets and chronic fucking throat problems from all the screaming and yelling and
or Kev, if you had a good Saturday, like the first drink you have on Saturday after the show is finished, you're like, the first beer, Like I usually sing that beer like, nothing compares to you. Or
You know
maybe
what I
like
drink it like? You know what I drink that first beer
7
like?
hours and 16 minutes.
The only time that doesn't count is Melbourne, because on the Saturday they sit down for 2 hours to do the
Oh.
AGM. The guild.
Oh.
Let's brush that. You know what I'm like. You know what I'm like, Mert, when I'm going for that first drink at the bar after the Sydney Knife Show on Saturday.
Yeah.
Wrecking ball.
Yeah. You're
It's
like
get out of my
Jamie
way.
on the Jamie on the swinging
Jamie on the
anvil.
I'm a wrecking ball.
Jeff Bader. Jeff Bader
When the
says,
listeners are sober or the presenters are sober, Jeff.
come on, mate. I've been off the piss for fucking months now. Jeff, I've got a proposition for you. I'm going to make it on air, and I want you to just consider it. All right?
Put him on the spot.
When-
Put him on the spot.
I
On
am.
the
Put him
spot.
on the spot. On the spot. You're welcome to join the podcast. You've got a link in your inbox in Facebook. But here's the proposition. 2022, because not 2021, because we're not allowed to come back into Australia if we leave. It's just too hard. But 2022, assuming we can come back, we're going to go into Blade Show a day early, and we're going to have a knife podcasters dinner. I've got a restaurant lined up in
Oh, it's a
Atlanta.
good restaurant. Good restaurant.
I don't mind putting on the booze. You can pay for your own food. You fucking got money. But I'm just putting it out there. You know, you, your team, whatever. You want to join in. Got to be a
Other
podcaster.
podcasters. Yep.
Yeah. You wait, there'll be 50 new podcasts next week.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, just
Right
trying to
before
get
Blade Show.
podcasts
Oh,
in.
right,
I
I got a podcast.
I want to get the guys from Market and Maker and some of the other good ones that I like, and just have a bit of a fucking shit can night. We all get on the terps, have a laugh, and there's no good restaurants in Atlanta, man. This place had steaks the size of dinner plates, dude. It had more meat.
Jeff, it was good, man. It was good.
It was good.
Mert's the chef. No, I'm all over it. Don't you worry. You let me look after that, champ. It's the only restaurant I know. Oh, no, I know a couple in Atlanta, but this one, they're just fucking huge pieces of meat. Like, they don't even fit on the screen. Look, my hands are like, it's like huge. And lobster sauce, and there was no vegetables.
What was that called, Matt?
There was no salad. We ordered
steak. We ordered the Oscar. Oscar is a 1970s, 80s dish. Like when you get your steak Oscar, it means it comes with the lamb crab and hollandaise sauce and asparagus.
Surf and turf. We call it surf and turf.
Yeah.
But whatever. Anyway, it was fucking great. And I'm going back there. I'm looking forward to it. I've been my mouth's watering just thinking about it.
I just thinking.
See, even Jamie was there. Jamie was there. And some American fella was there too. Now, I don't know who he was, but we won't talk about that because he got really drunk. Yeah, he just apparently we can drink more than him or something.
I have a confession, guys. I have a confession.
Here we go. Is it knife related?
No. It's kind of Blade Show related, but after that dinner, the fart I did at the bar was the most violent in my life.
Steak tartare.
What kind of horseshit is this? Good morning. How come you guys just what is going on with you guys?
Well, we're just doing our usual
Jeff.
Thursday night dribble.
I've got culture.
Did we wake you up?
No, I've been up for 3 hours doing administration stuff. How are you?
But you're a knife maker. You shouldn't have to do that. You just make knives.
Some people have to do a little work there, Corin. Come on. I mean, we can't all pimp out our metal businesses, you know.
Well, whatever. Thanks very much.
I did 6 hours solid inputting of tax data just so I could meet the deadline for our tax year. I was a little bit rushed. It's like, Nothing like the last minute.
Well,
Tell me,
I missed that deadline.
Oh yeah. Yes.
I had this isn't very interesting, but I had to beat up our accountant because of the pandemic, they pushed back the time that the dates are due. So our goddamn accountant went on vacation because it was pushed back. So he went on vacation. So everyone's like, we need our taxes done. And he's like, oh, I was on vacation because we had an extension. Fuck you, your vacation. Take the vacation after everything's done.
That sounds like a beef.
Like, what the fuck are you doing on vacation?
Yeah, that's just not fair.
Wrong time of the year. That's like Santa taking Christmas off. Like bad mood tax,
it was like the stupidest thing we'd ever heard. The stupidest thing we'd ever heard.
No, that's well, I mean, it's all right for him, really. So suck eggs, really. Hey, they're saying that you've.
So
they're saying,
Anthony,
yeah.
Anthony Kittle. If I just say weapons, is that you can understand that? I make weapons. If I change my W's to V's, will you understand that, Anthony?
Oh, that's fucking harsh.
I love Mert. Are you kidding me? Mert's the greatest. I love Mert. I text with him when I'm on the can. It's great.
Why are you sitting there while you're on the can?
Geoff, how's New York, man? How's the New York situation?
Swipe to the right. Swipe to the right.
What?
Are you guys opening up in New York? How's it?
Yeah, they're our governor's trying to wash away the fact that he touches people too much, and he legalized marijuana, and now he's trying to open everything up. So it's by beginning of July, everything should be opening up, even though the variant is the people are getting coronavirus now are mostly getting the variant. So we're not 100% sure if the vaccinations will, be great against the goddamn.
So tell us about this, right? Because I don't really know. I don't follow it. All I know is we had one case a while ago, and then we locked down again. It's all good. Tell us what's happening in America.
I mean, people are doing their thing. There are places that are. I mean, it's. I don't know. It's not as in New York. It isn't as bad as it was. I don't know. I'm not following it anymore. But I know that people are still getting coronavirus. But I mean,
Geoff,
I don't know.
If you disown Florida, it's all good. We try to not associate Queensland with us, so it's okay.
There are a lot of people in Florida who are getting the vaccine, so I know a lot of knife makers in Florida who are all getting vaccinated, and that's the interesting thing about people sending me messages. Are you going to Blade show or not? I'm not holding this right, I think there are a lot of people who want to go. A lot of people don't want to go. People are getting vaccinated, but is it gonna prevent the variant from getting it again? I don't know. It's all big production.
Yeah.
We don't. It's
we don't
too
know.
much, honestly. It's like I want to go for a nap and then it all be gone in a year. So
that's what we want, and then we're going to take you out to dinner. Apparently, you don't eat meat anymore. Someone said, "Is that true?"
People listen with like their earbuds in their heads. Or I don't know what. I never said I was a vegan or a vegetarian. I just don't eat as much meat as I'd like to eat more meat, but I just don't. But I'm not a vegetarian.
I got gout, see, so I had to get off the alcohol, and I've got off a lot of red meat. But I'll make an exception. I'll be fucking suffering the next few days, but I'll make an exception of Blade.
Yeah.
It'll be good. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love beef, but it's just like, it's enough sometimes.
Yeah, no, fair call.
I bought in your terms, I bought 8 pounds of ribeye the other day.
I love it.
It's the only one to eat. Ribeye or Scotch fillet. Well, that's the best one.
Yeah. So how's everything going in Australia? You're not doing your shows and let me know the dates of the shows that you want to promote, and I just did an episode with Justin Morrell of the Full Blast podcast, and he's the president of NEB, and we talked about Abana and the importance of supporting these organizations, and even if you're not from the area, and it was a really kind of an interesting perspective because no matter all these organizations want to support the things that everybody wants to do. So
no, fair call. Fair call. And at the end of the day, down here we haven't had any shows. They banned all the events and everything, and we haven't had really a problem with cases since Victoria had an outbreak, fucking last year or whenever that was.
Right.
And we locked down really hard. Everyone wears masks, and Australia was originally a penal colony, so you guys were like a free nation, but we were originally in chains. So if they tell us to wear masks, we kind of just do it. We're kind of used to it.
A penal colony. Oh,
not a penile colony.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I was
bit of both.
understand you for a second.
There weren't a lot of women in the early days, you see. But anyway,
Yeah.
now,
Geoff, you're a pain in the ass, man.
Only when we share a room together.
I remember that one. That was the first one.
Yeah.
I
So
remember
does
that one.
Mert. Oh, Mert remembers that one too.
Yeah.
Still.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah. Fond memories.
Well, you got
So
the
what's
Sydney
happening?
Night Show back on.
Pardon
Yeah,
me?
Sydney
Yes,
back
we
on.
do.
yeah, come down. You can't get in, but come down anyway.
I'd love to come to Australia. We had an opportunity. There was talk of us coming to Australia a while ago, but it was, I'd love to. I'd love to come to Australia. I'd love it. I haven't even left my town, so it's going to be hard to get me to leave, even go to New Jersey or Connecticut. But
Yeah, but those places suck.
I don't. I'm not wrong. You're not wrong at all.
It's
You're not
safer
wrong.
here, man. It's safer here.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Yeah.
I bet it is.
Yeah.
I bet it is. But look, everything's getting better. There's a lot more people getting the vaccine, which is great. And they're going to open up. They're opening up New York in the beginning of the summer, which they have to because these restaurants are getting crushed. The biggest problem is that the restaurants all did everything they could to stay open, and they got the PPP loan so they could pay their employees, and they did takeout, they did everything. And now all the employees of the other restaurants don't want to go back to work because they're getting unemployment and they're getting stimulus checks. So it's better for them to stay home. And all these restaurants, they can't get cooks, they can't get waiters. It's like this complete, it's like a betrayal. It's a betrayal of the restaurant industry.
Yeah.
No, across the board, none of these people want to go back to the restaurants. So
We had a similar thing here called we called it JobKeeper, where you basically the government paid people, paid the companies to pay the people during COVID,
right.
and it was a shit ton of money went out, billions, right? And that's just, but they've just turned that off. So now It's like you got to go back to work. So yeah.
All those people were basking at like a really nice hot shower on a cold winter's day, and the government came in and just went, "Oh, hot water, fuck that, turn it off." And all the people that were getting, double or triple what they were earning previously, now have nothing. They've got to go back to work. It's like, sorry, go back to fucking work.
I wish these people here would go back to work because, I get these messages from, and I kept saying to all right, you culinary knife makers, if you ever wanted to know what it was like to be a cook, now's your chance. That's the thing. Most culinary knife makers in the United States have never cooked before. So this is your shot to get in to be, maybe you'll be in garde manger or Cole Apps or something like that, but at least you'll get some experience.
Yeah.
I think
enough. They want
guys all sober. I think my presence
You'll find him in the Vulcan crying, man. You'll find him in the Vulcan like,
that's right.
I don't like it.
That's right. All of a sudden, it's just like, I think I should just make EDC knives from now on. No more culinary knives.
I want to go on Forge and Fire.
Fucking Forge and Fire. That's right. That's right. What else, guys? So what's going on? I feel like I've sobered you guys up too much. Maybe I should go, unless you have any.
You look drunker than us.
You look like you were wasted last night, snorting cocaine off hookers' asses or something. 5 a.m.
I don't wish. I said I wish.
Yeah, we got that on record, mate.
No.
Don't worry, a little bit of crafty editing, we'll have that sorted out.
No, honestly, waking up to the three of us would make anyone look sick.
Yeah.
What do you want from me? What do you want from me? All of a sudden, I'm like making a cracking a joke, and then you're like, I got a link in your thing, and I come, all right, let's see what's going on. I'm not in the bathroom, so at least you almost.
Well, true.
Kev's, what's going on is Kev has just finished putting air conditioning in his workshop, and
I've got it
he's
set
living
at
the fucking
23. I've got it
He's
set
got
at
it too
23
good.
degrees,
Kev's
23
got it
C.
too
Whew,
So
it's
it is
warm in
inside
here, man.
Good. He's
I
got it too
gotta
good down
turn
in
this
that
thing
penal
down.
colony over there. Yeah, you in the penal colony over there. You got it too good.
Yeah,
it's a
that's
good
it.
place to live.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, who puts an air conditioner in a metal shop, for Christ's sakes? You got it too good.
Me.
Oh my
Me.
God, you two corn? Oh my God, not Mert.
Yeah.
Not Mert. You
No,
When
not
it's
Mert.
100,
on his head.
when it's 116 Fahrenheit in Sydney,
Yeah,
you need it. You
Oh,
just got to have it, or you don't.
Yeah.
You just don't live.
I hear
You
you.
just don't.
I hear you.
Yeah. So it is what it is.
Mine was a bartering arrangement, and I too good a deal to say no to. So it was an opportunistic arrangement that's now working quite well because it's quite warm here.
Was that were you jerking off? Was that the jerk off? Was that
The penile colony. I'm not in the
Penal colony.
toilet, mate. I'm not in the toilet.
I'm
Kev's-
not either.
There was a shake weight, man. There was a
Kev's
shake.
Forge.
Kev's.
It's Kev's. Listen, it's Kev's Forge, not Kev's Orgy.
There you go. All right.
We're looking.
Glad you cleared that up, Kev.
We're looking to. We're looking to go up to.
We'll same time later.
We're looking to go up. We're looking to
You've
go
got
up
the
to
link.
Queensland for a knife show for a hammering end of this month, and we're going to drive the truck up. So one of my offsiders, Tim and I, are going to drive the truck up. And Matty Mewburn said, "Oh, I'll jump in with you." And I said, "Oh, the middle seat's a bit uncomfortable." He said, "Oh, yeah, that's right, only a middle seat." He said, "I'm not skiing all the way to Brisbane." I said, "What do you mean skiing?" He said, "What do your arms do when you're skiing?"
Am I supposed to do that? Oh yeah.
Matty's view done.
Corey, you gotta write these things down. You gotta write these things down. You gotta practice it a few times first too.
Sorry, dude.
Oh.
I didn't get it first until later. But anyway.
Matt Mewburn is a strange individual
He's a great guy.
in a great way. He was at Blade Show with us last time. Yes, that was a funny little time there.
Next year, Corin, I promise, if I go to Blade Show next year, I will. I'll whatever you want to do, I'll do whatever you want.
We've got to drag that sack of shit Morocco and get a few others, whoever you like.
I would say
Sack of shit Morocco.
Hi, Morocco.
Morocco will be there. He'll be there next year, I'm sure. I don't know if he's going this year, but I'm sure he'll be there next year.
And Craig too, if he wants to come.
I'd love it if we all want Craig to come, but it's like, it's a production, as you guys know. I don't know how. To be honest with you,
Don't you start. Don't we come way further than Craig?
I was just about to say, I don't know how you guys can afford to come all the way over here for Blade Show. I mean,
We can't.
For the fun.
That's why we prostitute ourselves outside the back of the bloody hotel.
The penal colony again.
The
penal colony rides again.
The skiing.
Oh, yeah. The penal colony rides again.
You ever
Guys,
skied for 17
guys.
hours on a flight? It's
Right.
tough.
For the ones who don't know yet, but I would highly recommend Jeff Fader's podcast, Full Blast podcast. Okay,
Mert.
that's the podcast.
I
Okay,
would like to.
that's
I
the
would like to
podcast.
erase. I would like to erase and redo yours because we had a time crunch problem.
Man, I felt like ours was like we had the first course and that dinner was finished. I was like, yep, that's the bill. Get out.
I wanted to.
You
do
gave
that.
him an
I
under
wanna
the
do- I
table
wanna
handy.
Do that all over again. I want to do that all over again. But the
Who-
timing.
who-
That's the problem with the Australia. This whole timing thing is so brutal.
Oh man,
Oh, no,
I
but-
fucked it up. I fucked it up, and it was a day that all the kids were home. And I couldn't talk. Like people like, oh, why you're so peachy? I'm like, yeah, I got my kids right next to me.
I know.
Drop the F-bombs here. And yeah, it was
We're
bad,
relaxed.
man.
We're relaxed.
Excuse me a moment. Mert, was that before or after the 3 times that we had to delay the Bob Kramer podcast because of the
Before.
timing issues?
Before, asshole. Before. Thanks for asking.
Before.
Before.
That was a
Fuck
good
you.
episode. That was
Eventually,
Eventually.
yes, it was.
4th time
Yeah.
around. Oh, that's my compressor.
I fucked up the time difference, man. There's nothing I can say. I fucked up time difference with Bob and I fucked up the time difference between you and me. So, and these guys just keep bringing up assholes. What are you gonna do?
We,
We're
Matt
just trying
says
to
it's
keep-
the cheaper drinks that makes it possible. I'll tell you something about America. The drinks seem cheap until you realize you've got a tip. And then you start tipping and then you get drunk and because it's 2 a.m. and they're going to close the bar. They're pulling down those curtains across. You say, one more drink. And then, so I accidentally tipped her $100 and she got me another drink. But then the next night, like, I got the best service in the whole bar, man. She would drop everyone to come and serve me. But the notes in America, they're all the same. They all look the same, except they've got a different number on them. Ours are different colors. Even when you're drunk, you can tell the difference.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's true. It's true.
I'm with you.
Anyway.
You.
Anyway.
Well, guys, I got to go to work.
Yeah.
All right.
It was
Thanks
nice
for
to see
coming,
you
Jeff.
all. Nice to see you all.
It was good to see you. It's been a long time, mate.
Yeah.
It has been a long time.
Sometime this evening when you're all by yourself, can you have a drink and think of us? And thanks for joining us, man.
Absolutely. Hey, I got one more question for you.
You know when he's going to have that drink and think of us? When he's on the toilet.
Skiing.
When he's on the can, skiing, one arm.
Yeah, that's it. So anyway, thanks for dropping in, Geoff. There's lots of people saying thanks, mate. We do appreciate it. We know it's early and you're soft and everything, and it's just good to see you, even if you are a vegan. Apparently.
I love the way we just, boost our relationships with people from around the world. By shit on them, cutting them off short. Like, what does it matter?
What does it matter?
Continuing our glorified reputation.
Just for the record, he cut us off, Kev. I didn't cut him off. He cut us off.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, true. That was his joke, not ours. That was
Jeff,
his joke.
you prick. I was backing you up, you vegan bastard.
Go and eat a carrot. Anyway.
Now, Riley asked somewhere before what temperature it was here in Canberra, and it doesn't fucking matter now because Jeff's not here, but it's like 50 degrees
23,
Fahrenheit.
No, it's 23 degrees, mate.
It's 23 in my fucking workshop, and that's uncomfortably warm for me. Whew. Jeez. Don't start thanking Geoff now, Anthony Kittle. He hates you. He thinks you are a piece of crap.
So it's game on. So we're gonna meet up and have a live. I'm gonna stream it live from Atlanta. Podcasters dinner. Well, drinks and dinner. Maybe just the drinks. We'll see how we go.
Let's just do it from the corner of the room where those young fellas are flipping their flippy knives around at the pit. That'd be funny. They can do that in the background, skiing with their hands like this, and we can just drink.
Yeah, true story. That's true. Anyway, there we go. And Mert looks happy.
Why are you so happy, Mert?
Oh, sorry, I just played with myself. What?
You were texting Geoff. Now you know that every time Geoff communicates with you, you're going to be thinking that he's on the can having a dump.
Oh, man. I didn't want to.
Because I've got to say something. Say something. The only time I'd message you is when I'm on the can having a dump.
Okay, thanks, asshole. Man, I'm broken, like literally and bodily. I'm broken. The day that we supposed to do the podcast, it was the day after I played basketball after 3 years. And I woke up at 3 o'clock to go take a piss and take a leak, and I got up like my right foot, my right Achilles tendon is fucked. I can't tell. I'm limping like a fucking Quasimodo of Notre Dame, and I realized like, yeah, I'm fucked. Next day, it took me a few hours just to be able to like walk without me dragging my foot. And I'm thinking, yeah, it'll go away next day. It'll go away next day. And 2 weeks later, it just got away. But now, I don't know what I've done, but yesterday, I think I was lifting the gas bottles or something. I fucked up my shoulder. So if I push my hand forward, and if I try to lift up, it gets stuck, and then it feels like there's a crack happening in my shoulder. So my body is literally fucked. So, and I got hit with the tax bill. Yay! So yeah,
that conversation we had when you were talking about being so sore after basketball, and I said, mate, you got to take it easy. Start off as a sub, and you came back going, I was a sub.
So for the people who are new to the podcast, they used to pay me money to play basketball. I was a professional basketball player. That's what I thought I was going to be. And then my body started giving up, and I realized with my best effort, I was going to be the bench player in the first league or an average player in the second league. And it's a hard life. And I said, fuck it. I don't want to do this. I want to be a chef. I became a chef. And I play basketball in the U.S. It's just recreational for fun. But now I start playing basketball just to keep myself in shape. But the trouble is, when I used to play basketball, I used to be 88 kilos. Now I weigh 130, which means I gained 50% of my body weight. Yeah, and I want to do the things that I used to do, and my body's like, nah, mate, fuck that.
You're dribbling in without the basketball,
right?
and you try to do a dunk,
it was
and
so
it's like
bad.
nothing but air.
It was so bad. Like I used to like in and out. Like I would like dribble in and dribble out, and I'll just pass the guy. And I did like I dribbled in. I want to do a dribble out, and I'm falling. I see the ball like going up, and I see my fat ass going towards the floor, like slow motion, like
Slam dunk.
It was bad. It was bad.
Oh.
Anyway, reality check, man. And again, I'm fucking 40, man. I'm fucking 40. So even if I was in better shape, like the guys that I used to watch play, and like the players of my time, they became old and they retired. So no wonder that as a 40-year-old, I'm struggling. So that was a reality check. But yeah, my shoulder, I'm not worried about my Achilles. They'll ease up, but they'll ease in. But my shoulder, man, that's bad. And also, I fucked up my knee today. I had a bar of. I was forging in Damascus yesterday, and today I said, let me just consolidate the bar. And I started forging, but the end of the bar is thick. I said, okay, let me just hold the bar from the tip, and let me just forge the end. And I'm like, fuck, this bar is in the way.
Just the tip.
Just the fucking tip.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let me just get the tip. Okay. As long as I got the tip, I'll be fine. I tried to cut the bar. I'm like, oh shit. I realized my drop saw I was changing the blade, and blade didn't fit. I got no drop saw. I'm like, fuck, I'll just do it on the anvil. And I'm fucking swinging on the bar on like a corner of the anvil. And I'm like, yeah, I did one big swing, and that bar, that fucking red bar, just like went straight in under my knee, like doom. Yeah, so when the steel is hot, it doesn't lose any weight. Yeah. My sock was fucking red. My wife was like, what have you done? Like, one of my sock is fucking covered in blood and shit. And yep.
So Jimmy Barber says, if you are what you eat, does that make Geoff a cabbage? And Matt Snape says, no, but it makes Kev a dick. I just have to tell you that because it's got to be out there on the podcast. Those live comments.
Nice.
By the way, guys,
those live comments.
Shout out to Matt Snape. He stopped by a couple of weeks ago, and he's helping me with something very cool. And
have you seen the prototype? I've seen the prototype. Have you seen it? His original design?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Matt Snape is a fucking legend.
I've seen
What's he doing?
I don't care what Kev says about you, man. You're a legend.
Yeah, that's because you always wanted a 3D printed 12-inch dildo, and he's going to give it to you.
Stop talking about it, okay? It's just the prototype.
Oh, that's the prototype. I know.
See this?
Turbo gut.
Turbo gut. Nick Edwards said, "Take it easy, Mert. Remember, a knife maker's gut is a tool rest." And this is a genuine advertisement from the Knife Makers Guild newsletter in 1990 something, and it says, "New as seen on TV, Turbo Gut, only 1995. Ever wondered how the pro knife makers achieve these immaculate grind lines? Extensive research in our state-of-the-art laboratories has located their secret. Grinder's Gut. For only $19.95, now you too can have one. Now you too can have one instantly. Available in black, blue, and red, the Turbo Gut is made of NASA-developed space-age polymers designed to last a lifetime or until you grow your own. Just buy your product, strap it on with its fully adjustable and patented harness, and you too will be grinding with the best of them.
Is that a step-on?
Send cash to what is it? What?
Snap. It's a snap-on strap-on.
It sounds like
a
a strap-on.
It is a
Step-on grinder.
says,
Step-on grinder, okay?
and he's given his address and website, and it's OSAR LED, OSAR LED, LED Proprietary Limited. So there you go. So that should tell you everything you need to know. OSAR LED Proprietary Limited. Who is it? Who is it? Come on, guys. Spit it out. There you go. No one cares. Mert, it's not an arsehole. I saw your Instagram post. You've been an Aussie for a while now. Mert, it's arsehole. You're not arsehole. Oh, he's trying to correct your English. Arsehole.
I was born here, and it's ASSHOLE.
Oh, Matt says you haven't seen his special thing. It's great. He's done a really good job. It's gonna fucking be mint for you, man. You're gonna love it.
Actually, Matt, because you are the guru, and I mean that in a nice way, of the 3D printing and stuff, I will be talking to you about something not knife related, but talking to you about something that you might be able to help out with.
He said when you inflate them, they're not as tender as you would like, Geoff. I asked him the same question. When you inflate them, they're a bit hard, okay?
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
I've been using the high pressure pump for my bike tires.
Yeah.
That always works.
Stan Stanley says it was Del Rasso. Yes, good. Congratulations. You failed to win anything because this week we don't have any prize. But still, well done.
Is that Del Rasso or Del Rasso?
Oh.
Now I sound like a fuckhead.
You did.
Wasn't bagging
Really?
out Pete. I was bagging out his previous one about the arsehole. sorry, Pete, but you'll never listen to our shit podcast anyway.
For those that don't know Peter Del Rasso, sensational knife maker, absolute legend knife maker, been making for years, and a great bloke too.
How good is the last knife that he posted up with the domed pins on the space a bit behind the guard? Fuck.
Yeah, that's when you know you've got too much time on your hands, right?
Yeah.
Let me pull up a picture of it, and anyone else can see it by going to Del Rasso Knives on Facebook, or just Peter Del Rasso or something.
One of the many groups that he's posted to with that picture, because it's fucking drool worthy. That thing is amazing.
I'll just share a screen. Wait be a minute. We'll get
Bring
this
it up.
going. It's coming, dude. Share screen. Yes, I want to share screen. Which screen? This screen. Share that screen. Put it up on this screen. There it is there. All right, good. So let's just look at that. And look at that detail in that guard. I don't know. Can you see that? I'll find a better one there. Look at that.
Yeah, there you go. Look at that.
It's the spacer behind it that does it for me.
Yeah, the spacer behind the guard with the dome pins.
Yep.
And just the joint there, the way it's heirloomed, or has it got a bit of something there or whatever?
No, I think it's heirloomed, yeah.
It's mint G10
Fucking
handle.
unreal.
Yeah.
Fucking unreal.
Just epic.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah. That's what's happening out there, guys. So that's just just your typical Peter Del Rasso design, artistry, and beautifully executed piece.
Peter also, when you go through and look at Peter's stuff online, he also posts up all these pictures
like that
about his works in progress, how he does stuff. And if you take note of some of that stuff, it's pretty fucking cool what he does. And you made that comment before, Corin, about shitty workshops and stuff. I've never been in Pete's workshop, but I've been told it's pretty basic.
Me
and
too,
this dude's producing some of the best knives that you can possibly want to own.
Rumor has it that he that back in the days when you couldn't buy anything, this guy wanted to make knives so much that he made his disc sander and everything was made out of bits of plywood and stuff. Like his grinders, home built, everything, and he did it because he wanted to do it. People say, "Oh, you need to get all the gear," and I don't mind them saying that because I'm in the business of selling gear. But the truth is, you don't need to have all the gear if you've got the willpower, because like the Egyptians didn't have all the gear and they still managed to build the pyramids. And if you can just think about everything that way, oh, it might have been aliens, but whatever.
They're fucking aliens, bruh, with the 5G.
With the 5G. I have a collection of knives, and definitely my Peter Del Rasso is it's right up there anyway. I've got a lot of knives there and I like lots of them, but my Peter Del Rasso is just a beautiful, beautiful piece. Yeah. Anyway, there you go. What are we doing? What's time?
There we go. What have you been up to, Corin? Have you been doing anything in particular with, the gas or knife or anything?
Yes. And you know I have, and you know I can't speak about it for the last few weeks.
Outside of that.
But I will just give everyone a little bit of a taster. For the last few weeks, I have been working on developing something new and exciting. It's probably not that new and it's probably not that exciting, but it'll be something that we can make available for just about anyone that forges, that everyone I've spoken to and said, I think I can do this and it will work better than any you've seen anywhere else. And I've shown them videos. They're pretty fucking amazed, and stay tuned. Watch your space.
Yes.
So I'm just getting on. Yeah, that's enough.
Say no more about that, but it's pretty fucking cool. Worth people keeping the ears.
Yeah, in the bulk buy group, because it will be a bulk buy. The first order will be for 50, and we'll just see how we go. I'm doing all my pricing on that. It's not going to be a cheap bulk buy. It's just talking to the guys about it. It's in the $500 to $1,000 bracket. So, but anyway, some people will want it. I know Mert's keen. Dharma Steel Forging. Anyway, that's good.
Yep.
Enough said. So
he already forges Dharma Steel, so it doesn't matter. What have you been, Mert? You've been making some really nice kitchen knives lately. What's the highlight of what you've been up to for the last few weeks?
Oh, what's the highlight? I did a session of stainless samurai the other day. I did some carbon steel, but yeah, it's honestly, like with the shittiest timing. Like today and yesterday was my forging days, and I was trying to forge with my fucked up shoulder. I mean, granted, some of the stuff I do with the power hammer, but I'm still trying to forge stuff with my arm, and yeah, it's not doing well.
You've got an excuse.
I had my I had my brand Hunter Valley blades for last 3 years, but I think it's gonna come to an end. Unfortunately, I was trying to provide like Japanese style knives that are cheaper than my own work, but with the tax and with the shipping, there's no value in it. Like I realized I made the math, like either way I have to make like in 20s, 30s, and that's not feasible with one person, and it's taken away from my own custom work. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to stop that one. So which was good. Like I was doing like machine finished knives, and they were a lot more affordable than my own custom knives. They were like half the cost, but still, like I can't compete with the factory made stuff. That's the reality.
Yeah.
So you're trying to compare apples and oranges, and I got some things in works, and now with the Sydney Knife Show, I need to start thinking about what I'm going to have because August is not far off.
It's not
3
far
months.
off at all.
It's not far off at all, and it's like yeah, it's great, and then like the year before, if you had the Sydney Knife Show, yeah, you could have just week before you could have gone to see what's in your pile from the knife classes, but saying that you didn't have as many classes as like the previous years.
Yep.
So this year, most likely, you're gonna have to start from scratch. Same thing applies for me, and I will have stuff that in works that I will finish, but now I'm gonna think about okay, what I want to present this year because I'm looking in a different way. Previous years it was like okay, what I have going on, I can finish this. I'll take this, but since we haven't had the chance to do it last year, I really want to make sure I bring my A game this year. But like,
Yep.
yeah, not just kitchen knives, but also like bring something like one-off stuff. Maybe like put something in the art knife category, or who knows, maybe bring a sword. That's the plan.
Very good. Yeah, nice. Get fucking working, man, because it's gonna be here before we know it.
Oh, definitely. And also, it's about like we've been talking about getting out of the comfort zone. And if you say, "Hey, there's Sydney Knife Show coming up. I can make 10 kitchen knives, same style. It'll be easy." But I really want to make something that's completely one-off that people can say, "Oh shit, this is different."
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like it's about me pushing and doing something for the sake of it, for doing it.
You could make a Yucatan Shintuku. Did I say that wrong, didn't I? I said that wrong. Sorry, I'll walk away.
No, it's not bad.
I was actually expecting to say barrel knife, but
Yeah,
either way,
fucking
it
barrel
was
knife. Yeah, he did a barrel knife course with 2 guys. Next thing I see, like people keep posting barrel knife shit. Almost felt like a Serbian cleavers. Every other post was like a fucking barrel knife post.
Scando cleavers, or whatever they're
cleavers. Serbian cleavers. Nice. Barrel knives and Serbian
cleavers.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah. That's all good. Yeah, so Sydney Knife Show, that's a pretty big fucking announcement. Get on board with it, people. Get on board with it. Support the knife making industry. Support your friends and your potentially your family.
Just come and have a fucking bash. Just get a table.
Just so everyone knows, it's all ticketing is online this year. There's no ticketing at the door. If you don't have a ticket online, you do not get in the door. So be aware of that when it's coming up. Plan ahead, buy your tickets online, and come along and say good day to everyone. It'll be a good. It should be a fucking exciting event. Cash and dagger.
A lot of the makers are chomping up the bits. What's that, man?
Andrew Smith's comment.
I need to finish that.
Have we got accommodation?
Every now and then, I let.
Sorry, the Mercure at Parramatta, I think it is, just up from the event, are doing a deal for knife makers. And if you mention the Sydney Knife Show when you book, you get a better rate than normal.
Right.
But you've got to go through.
I'm going to go and book a couple of tables. I'll book a couple of rooms next week.
About $160 a night or something for a queen or a share.
I'll be assured I'm not driving home.
No, fuck no.
So if you're a maker, if you haven't at the table, you haven't exhibited yet, you should come. Why? Because now you can look at the other people's work and judge yourself. If you're a collector, it hasn't been a better year than 2021 because a lot of makers, including myself and you guys, well, not quite because you only make one knife a year. People are going to bring their A game. Oh, did I smash them? And for the other fellow makers, man, it's going to be a fucking great event.
Yeah, I think that the community as a whole just waiting for this thing to happen. What we're going to need though, and this is again through the social media avenues, we've done our research. We've done our We've done our research. We've done our statistics and all the rest of it. And social media is the biggest draw card that we have for getting people into this. So we need people to share the shit out of the Sydney Knife Show posts. Get them out there amongst your friends. Get your friends to share them. Just go ballistic because Facebook are against us, as we all know. Facebook are against us. But we need to get your help. We need to employ you guys as you know, fans of the knife making industry and people in the knife making industry. Get on board and just promote the shit out of it. Andrew Smith, you see him, he posts up several groups in Facebook with all the promo gear. We can't do paid promotions anymore, so we need everyone just to jump on board those posts and just share them out. Even if you've got a closed group of friends that you do stuff with on Facebook, just get it out to those guys and see if we can get one or two of them along to the show. We need as many people doing this. We're looking for a community promotion this year. Get everyone on board with it.
And it'll be about everyone from everywhere getting to as many shows as possible. So it's not just you guys coming up from Adelaide, come to Sydney. Yeah. We'll come down to your show and just get this shit going again. You know, it's just I just can't. Yeah, we just got to do it. It's got to be done.
Oh man, I love it. That's a big part of life that's been missing is the camaraderie at the shows. And I'm up for travel. Fuck yeah, I'll travel. Even if I'm in the old fucking car, I love driving places. I'll get in the car and I'll commute with Corin, behind Corin, until I get to the South Australian border. And I'm going to overtake him and go through first, you fucker. But no, I'll travel fucking anywhere in Australia to go to a knife show. Absolutely. Yeah.
Mert and I did we did Perth. That was the last show before lockdown.
Fuck yeah, I know. Spewing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
I did an administrative bungle. Had an administrative bungle and booked a course thinking it was the week after the show. It wasn't. And they're like,
you know, I will rate her so high. I will say, like, if I could only do 3 shows, or if I could only do 2 shows, Perth will be up there with Blade for me.
Yeah, right.
Because first of all, it's still within Australia. Like, look, don't get me wrong, I love Blade, but it's a long way and it's a big travel and all that. And Perth feels like a small Blade.
Yeah, but that's only because you got to meet. Who was your basketball friend that you met?
Luke Longley.
Luke Longley. You got to give Luke Longley a cuddle and kiss his belly button.
He doesn't reach that high.
Like, not many people knew who he was. How about the fact that Luke Longley did a knife making course with Sean McIntyre?
I know.
Can you imagine him using the grinder that set up for Sean McIntyre? He was probably on his knees grinding.
Was Jimmy Barber? Was Jimmy Barber the guy we got pissed with in the bar next to one of the guys we got pissed with in the bar next to the venue, drinking whiskey? We did a world tour of whiskey. Who was I with that night? Fuck me. We drank a lot of whiskey.
I'm surprised that you remember that at all, Corin. I'm surprised you even remember that.
I remember it. I just don't know. Maybe it was Jimmy. I don't know. Someone was there. He'll tell me in a sec. Yes, he was. Yeah.
Jimmy, it's to you, man. It's cheers. You're legend.
Stuff, man.
Oh, Jimmy.
Cheers till the next time I can get over.
So, Mert, were you there? Mert was there. Jimmy was there.
Yep.
I don't know who else was there.
Bruce Beamish.
Oh, yeah.
Bruce Beamish.
Yeah.
Oh, Bruce.
Oh, we hit it. We got on it that night. It was good. So fun
Yeah.
times, mate.
Narelle's comment's very valid.
My bet is
which one?
about that, guys.
John Butler.
I'm at 5%.
Oh,
So, sorry, man. John Butler comes up to me at the show. I know you. I've been watching your videos on how to start a fire by rubbing 2 sticks together.
Koronyaka.
No, John Butler comes to the last of her shows. Yes, with the same shirt that he's been wearing for the last 2 fucking years.
Oh, shit, man. Settle down. So anyway, after the show, I sent him some fire sticks so he could make fiction by fire, and he still hasn't done it. So there you go, because I ask him occasionally, which is a cop-out. There you go.
John, if you're listening to this, make some fucking fire. Stop this prick whinging.
Pull your finger out.
Pull your finger out.
Pull your finger out.
Yeah, pull your finger out. Make some fucking fire. Fuck, it's not hard.
But he's a real.
Together.
It's an
on
actual
YouTube.
It's an actual fact that John Butler is not only a knife maker, but his father is too, and he's really into
folding knives.
And he's into all sorts. But mainly, working bushcraft style knives, that sort of stuff. There you go.
Yeah.
Fun fact. And there we go. And
Very good. Well,
Stan Stanley. Running. No, we've got one more. Stan Stanley says symposium next year. No, Stan, you're wrong.
This year.
September this year, motherfucker. September this year. So stay tuned. That'll get released. It's already been released, I think, on socials.
I've lost track of everything. I don't know.
But it'll be a get-in, first-in, best-dressed event. There's only 50 places. Limited numbers. COVID safe.
Yes.
So whenever it is released, make sure you get on it quick. Follow the symposium page and buy your tickets, because I'm pretty sure it'll sell out. And, of course, it's all COVID dependent.
It'll sell out.
Yeah. So there we go. All right, guys. So, yeah, Mert, you're dying.
Mert, you got a couple of percent.
5%.
Say your farewells. Sing a song. Do what you got to do.
Good to see you guys, man.
Good to see you, man.
Good news.
Good to see all the comments, even the piss take ones from that fuckhead Matt.
I'll just
We're back, Matt. I love you, man. We're back. This is good. I really miss this, guys. I really miss this. And we will be back, everyone, in a couple of weeks. Hopefully I'll have some knife-making stuff that I've done to show or talk about or whatever.
You guys aren't coming up to Brizzy, are you?
No. My wife is having knee surgery and they've delayed it. So what was a possibility is now highly unlikely. It's not saying no for certain, but it's highly unlikely, which is a real shame. Real shame, unfortunately. But, yeah, all good.
Yep. Well, I wish I could play the outro for Timmy, because that would be a suitable finish for the evening, but Timmy never even showed up. Probably because
you suck, Timmy.
He's working his butt off his coal left. There we go. All right. Take care, everyone.
Righto. See you, everyone. Ciao.